What's up, guys? It is the Saturday after Thanksgiving. I have just finished watching the Texas versus Texas A&M game. I am a little hungover. Therefore, I am wearing a bathrobe, and you will not be seeing my beautiful face in this video, but you will be seeing a lot of Caleb Williams film because the Bears came up so short, so minutely short against the Detroit Lions, despite Caleb Williams playing a very bad game and getting really lucky. I gave Caleb Williams an F plus on this game. Some people commented when I posted it, that feels a little low. That's a little harsh. Like, we almost tied, if not beat the Lions. Shouldn't Caleb Williams have gotten a better grade? He had some really nice throws. And I said, yes, he did have some nice throws. But he also took a bunch of sacks he shouldn't have. He threw 2 balls that should have been picked off, and he was accurate on only 55% of his passes, which is egregiously bad. Keep in mind that's accuracy on aimed passes, not completion percentage. The average starting quarterback's accurate on 73% of aimed passes. It takes away the spikes, the throwaways, the things that don't count or matter. It only counts balls that the quarterback's trying to complete. And, drops don't hurt you. So the percentage should be a lot higher. And it typically is, and in this case it's not. But that's way too much talking. This is the part where usually you would see me clap, and I would say, let's get to the film. Thomas Brown's going to depart from his specialty a little bit in this game. In the past few weeks, I've been making videos saying since Thomas Brown started out as the Bears offensive coordinator, he's been really good at calling easy, quick passes that don't involve a lot of thinking to start the drive, and then letting Caleb Williams work his way up to more difficult throws. On throw 1, he did that. Just a very, very simple drag to the running back on a Texas route. Get 5 yards, don't do anything to earn them. That being said, here, this is more of a designer play. There's this motion. Now, when DJ Moore runs in and this corner follows him, I believe it's Brian Branch. It might be Amig Robertson. Either way, when he follows him, that means we know it's man coverage. And then you see all these guys up at the line. These are all blitz candidates. So Caleb Williams' first thought should be, there's a really good chance that I'm getting some version of cover 1 man, right, with a blitz. Now, this play is designed... I have it backwards. This play is designed to pull all the defenders away from the top of the screen sideline so that DJ Moore, the primary, can run a nice wheel route with man coverage on him and win to the outside. Now, this is exactly perfectly drawn up to beat this coverage. Right? This play is designed so that this corner gets preoccupied because he's in man, and so does this one. And then this safety right here is going to be distracted by the post, right? So this safety is going to be waiting around here, and while that safety's over on the middle of the field waiting, DJ Moore sneaks right behind him. But the premise is that DJ Moore can beat this corner off the line of scrimmage pretty quickly, so you can get the ball downfield before the safety can range over. Quickly, really theoretically, you could technically throw the post if the safety ranges over to the wheel, but because you see you've probably got at least 1, maybe 2 blitzers, you want to get the ball out a lot quicker than that. Now let's run the film. The problem is DJ Moore does not win. 21 keeps a nice cushion and never gets beaten. So when Caleb Williams drops back, first of all, he never looks away from DJ Moore. He stares at his first read the entire time. And I understand, right? He does it because he thinks that he's got the perfect play called and he's easily going to win. But by the fact that he's staring down his target, you can see this safety, if I don't draw a line right through his face, you can see he's already looking at DJ Moore. He already knows that's where the ball's going. I don't have to worry about this post, and we're going to get pressure quick enough that I don't have to worry about it anyway. The other problem is that DJ Moore never wins, right? The saying is if they're even, they're leaving. But DJ Moore never actually even gets even with the defensive back. So what Caleb Williams should be doing here is noticing, okay, the safety's cheating over. I don't have really a lot of room to lead DJ Moore as it is. And he's not already getting open upfield anyway. But I do have at least a solid 5 yards between DJ Moore and the sideline. I should try to gun the ball in here, land it on the sideline right where this X is, or so, and hit a back shoulder play for a nice 15 yards. Right? I'll easily get the first down. I'll protect my receiver. DJ Moore is a good receiver with good footwork. He's perfectly capable of catching a back shoulder. But instead, Caleb leads him and nearly decapitates him. And you'll see, even when the ball's about to land, DJ Moore still hasn't cleanly beaten his defender deep. It never should have been led upfield, even if the safety wasn't there. Just a bad read and a bad execution of the play entirely by Caleb Williams. He stares his receiver down, he doesn't understand leverage, and he doesn't throw the ball very accurately anyway. Let's watch it one more time. I won't chop it up so you can actually see the play. And you'll see the tight copy one more time as well. Just bad placement, bad understanding, bad eye discipline. It's just bad. Everything's bad. Never looks away. Never considers putting it on the back shoulder. Leads his receiver directly into the most harm's way. Next drive. Using a lot of motion to get clean tells, right? Look at all this jet motion and reverse motion by Keenan Allen. Keep everything simple, throw a screen. Get Caleb Williams in a rhythm. Back to the Thomas Brown special, right? Right. This play stinks because Caleb Williams gets pressured immediately, right? And the really difficult part, the pressure is coming right up the middle. And Caleb Williams, being a right-handed quarterback, has the instinct to bail to his right. But all his receivers are to the left. So he has to get back there, and he knows that. And I think he actually does a really good job of finding a way to get back towards the play, right? He steps up to the right, and then he reverses field. So this is 2+ pocket movements, really good job manipulating the pocket. And then here, this is where Patrick Mahomes would do what nobody should ever do, and throw to the middle of the field back against his body late in the play, which should be picked off in theory. Like, that's football 101 from 1985, never throw late across the middle. But Patrick Mahomes does it all the time, and it always works. Caleb Williams could theoretically do it here, but I certainly would not expect it. It would be gravy. Instead, throws the ball away, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a very positive play. 2+ pocket movements. He shows good awareness in the pocket, good understanding of how to handle the play. It's third down, so he gives himself a chance, but ultimately, he just throws the ball away, doesn't risk injury, doesn't risk a sack. Perfectly fine throwaway. Still, we're 3 plays in. Caleb Williams hasn't done anything overwhelmingly positive, and the Bears haven't done shit on offense. And here, Caleb Williams tries to throw the ball to the Lions on his very next drop back. That's an interceptable ball. He's very lucky that Terrion Arnold does not catch this. Let's see the tight copy. This is mostly just poor accuracy, right? This isn't even necessarily, bad decision making. I guess he kind of loses the defensive back and the leverage, has way too much confidence in his receiver, and then the accuracy is poor. Predetermined route, bad ball, picked off, but he's lucky that Terrion Arnold does not have hands. It's one of those things, like, I gave Caleb Williams a very low grade in my charts, and people were saying, like, I didn't think he played bad. And it's like, well, what if that ball gets caught? What if that ball gets caught and the Lions have the ball, in field goal range on first down, and they add another 3 to 7 points to the total? All of a sudden, the Bears don't have a chance to get back in the game, and people have a very different perception. Right here, really good job of manipulating the pocket by Caleb Williams. I don't know if he necessarily needs to manipulate the pocket this well. It's third down, and it looks like he's got Cole Kmet pretty open. Right? Put that ball on his back shoulder, let him stop and bring it down. But no matter. He does a really good job of extending as well, rolling to his left, and makes a decent throw. Let me see if I should have got the tight copy, but I don't care that much. As you can see, it's not quite catchable, right? Odunze lays out and still can't touch the ball. You can tell he doesn't touch the ball because the ball never breaks spiral. It's a bad throw, but it's 2+ pocket movements, and it's kind of encouraging because it wasn't that bad, right? You figure that if he calms down a little bit, he's not far off from completing that pass in the future. Thomas Brown special, get it out quick, short gain, routine throw. Let's do another one. So that was the idea. The idea is it's just a quick comebacker. It's really easy to the outside, but Caleb Williams throws it to the wrong shoulder and misses. Right? He expects DJ Moore to turn the opposite way, and even if he does, it's still going to be 5 yards inaccurate. Just a bad throw. Little panicky in the pocket here, but nonetheless he gets out, uses his legs, converts a first down, almost. It's a positive run. It's good stuff. You have the drag to DJ Moore. You don't want the drag to DJ Moore. You throw a bad ball that it's not pickable, but it could have been picked if the linebacker had turned around, right? Look at DJ Moore running across the 40-yard line on the drag. He's open, and you're late. Ball needs to hit DJ Moore here, right? That's the call. That's the play. It's a mesh, right? You got DJ Moore coming like this. You got Cole Kmet coming like this. This linebacker can't run through Cole Kmet to get to DJ Moore. It's not offensive pass interference, but it's kind of like it. You call it a rub when you're on offense. Nonetheless, Caleb doesn't throw it. He's late. He waits for a linebacker to pick DJ Moore up. Yikes. It's 4th down. He's got the wheel route, not the streak, the wheel route to his running back, DeAndre Swift, and Swift is open. Lead the boy down the field, please. And he doesn't. If he would have thrown that ball to DJ Moore earlier on the wheel route, he would have had a completion. Instead, when he has a receiver with a step downfield, he leaves it behind because Caleb Williams has a terrible deep ball that he cannot control. Yet another bad throw, yet another deep miss. I've chronicled Caleb Williams' struggles throwing the deep ball both this year and in college, but today, or on Thanksgiving, he was 2 of 9 throwing deep balls. 2 of his 9 deep balls were accurate and catchable. That's insane. Nonetheless, we have to persevere and keep trying. Right, I believe this is the last drive before half, and Caleb Williams starts it off with a nice solid curl over the middle. Not difficult, but accurate nonetheless. Here's another bad deep ball. He cannot hit a deep ball. It's crazy. And it's especially crazy because for some reason people believed that he was some kind of deep ball artist coming out of school just because he was explosive. But, and you'll see, there's no rhyme or reason. Sometimes he underthrows them dramatically. Sometimes he overthrows them dramatically. Sometimes they're out of bounds. He misses in every which way. Here he's late on the drag that's the same mesh that he ran on 4th down and he missed, and he's late on it yet again, but it is routine. It's just a really awful first half of football for Caleb Williams. I mean, it was terrible. I'm not grading this play because the half is over. This is all just Hail Mary type stuff. It's not fair to him, and it's not fair to the other quarterbacks that I grade. Right, and here this is just a throwaway. They're just trying to burn clock, so I'm not grading that because he didn't miss. He did exactly what he wanted to do. It is not an aimed throw. I saw some moron on Twitter trying to make fun of me for only grading quote-unquote aimed throws, but I'm not grading a ball thrown 15 yards out of bounds to burn clock. That was not a miss. Here, Caleb Williams is gearing up for a deep shot. Thomas Brown has forgotten himself. Gone is the theory of, quick, easy plays, and if it's not there, just run. Instead, this is a 3-man route combination. It's difficult. They're trying to block it up. They understand they've got a blitz coming, so they have max protection. Keenan Allen on the dig, right in the center of the field, in the center of the screen, is the option. He is open. You have to make an accurate throw. It's very difficult, but try it. It's 1st down. Worst case scenario, 2nd and 10. You'll live. Instead, Caleb Williams pulls the ball down and takes a sack that he simply should not. Hit Keenan Allen right now. Right now. He's open. If you don't want to throw to Keenan Allen, the curl came open. Do something. Instead, he just pulls it down. It's a bad sack. Can't take it. If you really hate both of those throws, just throw the ball super high. Throw it away. Just another inaccurate one, right? Pocket's clean enough. He's got good footing. They're playing on carpet. Receiver's wide open. Caleb Williams is late yet again, and the ball's way too far inside. That is bad accuracy, bad timing, bad quarterback. That is just terrible. You got your number one receiver wide open on an easy-to-throw route. He's barely moving. He's wide open, soft cushion, and you pooped yourself. Way too much of that in this game from Caleb, which stinks because the past 2 games he had been pretty darn good. And it further goes to support my theory that one day Caleb Williams will be a good quarterback, but he'll never be a great one. Right, you drop back. I believe this is 3rd and 15. Difficult to convert. That's why you've got the drag over the middle for a solid 5 yards and maybe another 5 yards thereafter, but it's not enough. I don't love the play call. There's no real easy way to get 15 yards on this play. And Caleb Williams has to create. And this is why some people thought he might be a superstar. Because he ad-libs, rolls out, and there is an open receiver because he bought himself an extra half a second to a second. But Caleb Williams needs to keep running, reset his body, rather than completely coming to a stop and reestablishing his feet like a lot of quarterbacks would. He's able to throw while rolling to his left like a shortstop. And it's a really good throw. That's a great throw. That is great pocket movement. This is the exciting stuff. It's not in structure. It's not the play that's called. Hell, it's not even very sustainable. But it's electric, and every once in a while he can hit things like this that break a game back open. Because most quarterbacks are not getting a first down on that play call. Most quarterbacks just punt. Caleb Williams gave his team a chance. Follows it up with a routine throw. Play action, deep shot, nobody open at all. Caleb Williams takes off. Could have taken off a little earlier, right? Like right here, nobody's open. It's not going to work. You could throw that comeback, but you're already too late. Just run. It's fine. Good job. Takes a hit, but that's not his fault. Bears are pretty angry about it. Right, top of the pocket, and dime. This is where Caleb really turns it on. You see, Caleb Williams was amazingly bad in the first half. He was pretty bad in the third quarter. But in the fourth quarter, man came back alive. Step up. Reset your feet. Anticipate. Gun it. Elite throw. Elite throw. Let's watch the tight copy. Right, you see his pocket. It's not messy, but it's uncomfortable. It's not muddy. It's got one pebble in it that makes it just a little irritable. And then just a dime. And I'll play it again without my pausing and cutting it up. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it's a dime. He even leads his receiver. He is the reason that ball is completed, but he's also the reason that ball's a touchdown. He enabled the yak with his throw. Great job. Drops back. Again, pocket's not muddy, but it's like a little weird. Like, it's odd that your left side is pretty well contained, and then your right side, you're not getting pressured, but like the blockers have disengaged from your offensive lineman. It feels uncomfortable. So he steps up, and because he's Caleb Williams, he can make these throws like a shortstop to the completely busted coverage at the bottom of the screen. And Rome Odunze catches it and doesn't really take advantage. If he would have been able to stop and turn upfield, he's probably got another 10, 15 yards. But alas, still a very good play. Good throw from Caleb Williams, not a great throw. And good pocket movement. We'll play action and a screen, lots of yards, none of them belong to Caleb. Sorry. That's why we chart games. Box scores lie. This ball should have been picked off of the goal line. And again, I'm sure a lot of Bears fans would feel very differently about this game if this ball had been caught by the defensive back. Let me show you the tight copy. Brian Branch should have had this, and it should have gone the other way. Hit him in two hands, and typically those get caught. Caleb Williams once again stares down his defender. I am butchering the Titans' defensive backs' names. God damn it. The Lions' defensive backs' names. This is why I shouldn't be making these videos at midnight, but alas, I wanted to make sure you had it for Sunday morning. Two hands on the ball, on the sideline, within the 5-yard line. This is a back-breaking kind of turnover, but it's dropped, so it's okay. By no fault of Caleb Williams. He did everything he could to give the Lions that ball, but it was not caught. And those are the two interceptable balls that I have Caleb Williams graded for in this game. If they had both been caught, the game looks very different. Here, however, nice little out route. It's only about 5 yards downfield, but it does get a first down. So it's nice, but it's only routine. It makes you feel nice about the vibes and the rhythm of the game, which are important. The rhythm and vibes of a drive contribute to how long that drive continues. A quarterback that stays in rhythm typically doesn't have lulls and typically enables coordinators to call better plays. Here, awesome protection from a 5-man line. So people like to complain about the Bears' offensive line. Look at that. That's nice. Very nice. It's long enough for Keenan Allen to sell his zig route, get wide open, and boom. Touchdown. Bears are climbing back into this thing. You can say what you will about Caleb Williams, but one thing he has definitely been is clutch. He's been much, much better in the fourth quarter of basically every game this year than he has been in the first half. And that's important. It's part of why his hype was so large in college, but it's also part of why he will keep you in games and he won't cost you games late. This is not a fumble. This is a throwaway, but it's also a bad throwaway because you didn't need to have this much pressure, right? You had the outlet on the outside of DJ Moore. You waited so long that it didn't come open. Right here, you should be running, and if you're not going to run, right here, as soon as you get contacted, yeet that ball right over the running back's head and out of bounds. Little indecisive, but it doesn't end up biting him. Clean pocket, wide open throw, right? I understand he's at his own goal line and this ball is about 25 yards downfield, or at least the target is, but he's only 20 yards past the line of scrimmage. You got to be able to hit that sometimes. And this ball is way behind, and if DJ Moore doesn't do a good job of getting his hand up, that could have been picked. It's a very bad ball. The deflection is not Caleb Williams' fault. It's a bad ball, not a pickable ball. But damn, is he lucky. This isn't quite a deep ball. It's on the cusp of being a deep ball, but it's really inaccurate, and it's close to being another missed deep ball. Throwing downfield has really been a problem for him. Honestly, he's better at it when he's on the run. Here, Caleb does a nice job of escaping a muddy pocket. Picks up a nice little chunk of yardage. It's a neutral run. It's about as good as a check down. Routine throw. Very nice on third down. Got to have it. Bears go empty. Caleb's favorite formation. And he throws airmail. What the hell is that? That ball was so inaccurate, it couldn't be picked. The decision was a pickable decision, right? If this ball was accurately thrown, it gets intercepted. But, assuming he uses the same leverage. He just missed. It's behind. It's way too high. It's into triple coverage. Egregious. Terrible. What are we doing? Another bad deep throw. And so while people will remember Caleb leading the Bears to within 3 points of the Lions, they're going to forget the 2 balls that should have been picked. They're going to forget all the squandered opportunities. They will remember plus pocket movement, bailing out of the pocket, plus pocket movement, pulling up a defender, plus pocket movement, outrunning the defender. Good throw, creating an opening with your legs where it wasn't, and getting the ball out to DJ Moore to run after the catch. Great play. How sustainable? It's also only one play. Here's another ridiculously bad deep ball. Let's watch the wide copy. Keenan Allen's open. The back shoulder is wide open. You got one of the best back shoulder catchers in the NFL. Just put it near him. Can't do it. I don't understand. I do not understand why his deep ball is so unbelievably bad. Always. Nice routine curl. And you know how I've been bitching about his deep ball? Okay, well, here's DJ Moore killing him on a fade against single high coverage, exactly what the play calls for. And the ball's perfect, and it's elite, and it's a touchdown, and it's awesome. It's so good. If Caleb Williams could do this like 40% of the time, he'd be an elite quarterback. I don't know if that's true, but he'd be a lot better. All of a sudden, the Bears are totally in this game, and things are exciting. Backed up to his own goal line. Good job getting the ball out quick. Routine throw, but you needed that, right? It's one of those plays where I'm not going to reward you for doing the easy thing, but if you hadn't, I would have significantly penalized you. Here, he's got an open man. He misses. Bad throw. Right, like there's a little miscommunication. Odunze kind of stops. He probably shouldn't stop, but Caleb Williams also led him too far anyway. That ball needs to be on body. You cannot be leading the receiver that much with a linebacker crashing down, or a defensive end, I guess, in this case, crashing down. Still a bad throw, but Rome Odunze fucked up too. Basically the same play, but it's to DJ Moore this time, routine, and it's a lovely game. Just get the ball into the hands of your receivers. That is why inaccuracy is so deadly. And here's a bad sack. You know why it's a bad sack? Because here's the top of his drop, and Cole Kmet's not covered. He's got no pressure. Cole Kmet's not covered. Running back's also not covered. Hit somebody with the ball. Instead, he's like breaking down already for no reason. He's resetting and then breaking down again. And he wants to run because his first thought is, oh no, things aren't easy, I'm going to run. It's a problem. That's a negative sack. That is on him. Routine throw. Great job by the receiver to cook his defender, but it's nothing special as a throw. Play action. Takes a sack he shouldn't. All right, let's look at what he should have done. Not a lot of options on first down. Part of why this play is tough to grade is that it was actually intended to be a swing screen to DJ Moore, right? Like, that's why Keenan Allen is running this wheel route that he's kind of driving, right? He's not necessarily trying to get open right off the bat. He's trying to push his defender down the field to open up space underneath. This play was designed to go against zone. Turns out it's man coverage. That being said, right here, when Caleb Williams has a clean pocket and is winding up the throw, Keenan Allen has realized the ball's not getting out to DJ Moore. And he starts to look up to receive a pass. And the back shoulder is wide open, just like that second throw of the game that I explained earlier. Nonetheless, Caleb Williams never throws it. He just eats it. At the very least, you need to run or throw the ball away. At the most, Keenan Allen's open on the back shoulder, use leverage. He doesn't, and it's a sack. Puts you way behind the sticks on second down, but Caleb Williams navigates the pocket beautifully and has a very nice positive run to get you back ahead of the chains, right? Without that run, if he just throws that ball away or like slides 5 yards in, you're facing third and long, your drive is doomed. He does a really nice job with his legs. Problem is, on the next play, he throws the ball at the back of a defender's head into triple coverage, right? Meanwhile, you'll notice, it's unfair to nitpick a quarterback with screenshots. But right here, literally right before Caleb Williams throws the ball. See Cole Kmet? You see the guy covering him? That's Brian Branch. He's falling down. Cole Kmet beat him into the ground. So you have a wide open tight end over the middle of the field with nobody covering him, and instead you threw into triple coverage to a wide receiver who's not really expecting the ball. And he did it kind of late. And so the ball hits the back of a defensive lineman's head. He's very excited to be hit in the back of the head with a football. You got DJ Moore, and you missed him. I don't need to say anything. It's just a bad throw. The accuracy was really bad in this game. Here, immediate pressure, nothing you can do. Absolutely no way you fault Caleb Williams for this sack. Immediate pressure. Here, plenty of time, and you've got Roma Dunze breaking wide open down the middle of the field. You hit that motherfucker on that seam right now. Do it! He tried. This is the last play of the game. I just realized this is the play that the Bears burnt 34 seconds to get to. By the way, anybody who doesn't like me giving Caleb Williams an F for this game, keep in mind that he had 34 seconds to run this play, and he forgot he had a timeout, so he didn't run a play, and basically cost the Bears a chance to tie the game. Now, I know Matt Eberflus messed up too, and the coach is the one who's supposed to call timeouts, but the quarterback absolutely has the power and the responsibility to help out. And even still, this is exactly what they wanted. Roma Dunze is wide open. If you make an accurate throw, he absolutely can get a touchdown. But notice how watch Roma Dunze right here. See how he slows down, looks over one shoulder, looks over the other one. It's because Caleb Williams is throwing the ball to the wrong leverage, and he's throwing it inaccurately. One final missed deep ball. 1/7 deep miss for the day. On the day, I thought Caleb Williams played pretty poorly, but it's not that bad. It's not worth crying over just yet, right? He was only accurate on 55% of his passes, but that's really low for Caleb Williams. His season total accuracy is 65%, as you can see here. And lately, in November, he's been hitting like 70%, which is average. Especially when you consider the fact that the guy just can't throw a deep ball. In the last 2 weeks, he's been accurate on 5 deep balls out of 16. And while that sounds bad, it's actually a higher rate than his season rate. On the season, he's thrown 46 deep balls, and he's only been accurate on 10 of them. That's 21.7%. Now, you might be thinking, it's a deep ball. Usually those are bad. Well, the league average amongst starters is 44.6% deep ball accuracy. So Caleb Williams is about half as accurate when throwing deep as the average starter, and that's 28 guys. We're not only looking at the best ones here. So the guy's deep ball is an atrocity, but he's really mobile. He's great on the move. He makes plays out of structure, and he's been protecting the ball lately. I mean, he went 4 straight weeks from week 8 to week 12 without throwing a pickable ball. That being said, he did throw a pickable ball in week 12 and 2 in week 13. It's just that they didn't get caught. There's reason to be optimistic about Caleb Williams. I think that he will become a good quarterback. Right now, he's a below average quarterback. But he's never going to be a superstar. He's never going to be a star. His legs are good, but they're not Cam Newton's. And even Cam Newton needed to be able to hit the deep ball to, pay off the leeway that his legs bought him. Caleb Williams does not have that. But Caleb Williams is clutch as hell. He's been clutch in each of the last 3 games. He just isn't good down the field. It'll get better. It won't get good. He's below average at throwing elite, great, and solid throws, which means all 3 levels of the field beyond, checkdowns, he's not good. He's one of the least accurate quarterbacks in the league. We've seen improvement. We know that you don't have to be extremely accurate to be a serviceable starting quarterback. Take a deep breath if you're a Bears fan. It's not the end of the world. But if you think that this guy's going to save you, it might be time to start talking yourself down a little bit. That being said, next year, when the Bears have a different head coach, thank God Matt Eberflus is gone. I hate watching him, although it was nice to bet against him all the time. When the Bears have a new coach, they may be able to find a guy who makes things easy and clean enough for Caleb Williams that he puts together some really productive years. That's all I got for you today. Let me know what you think in the comments. Was I too harsh? Do you think Caleb Williams has more than I'm giving him credit for? How happy are you that Matt Eberflus is fired? Did you miss my face that much, or can I record more in a robe while hungover? These are the questions I need answers to, and you guys have them. So hit the comments, hit the bell, subscribe, like stuff. I don't know. Show me some love. And until next time, I'm going to be spending all day tomorrow grinding film, and it's going to be glorious. All right. Hasta.